Hey, what up? What up? You know what time it is, man. Every Saturday morning, get it. It's the best show in the country. The best sports talk radio show. Saturdays with Kramer and Ryan tap in. And they do it for the people. What up? 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 What up?
What up and good morning. Welcome into Sides with Kramer and Ryan. I'm one of the hosts, Kramer, and the guy to, I'll get this right at some point. It's either to the left of my screen or the right of my screen is Ryan, but good morning, Ryan.
Morning, Kramer. I see a little guest in the background there. You have your cat behind you?
Oh, yeah, that's little Venus. Venus, yeah, she's finally making a debut on Saturdays with Kramer. Usually she's beating the crap out of Cosmo or Moon, and that actually might happen because they've been on one this morning. So, it's usually – I don't go to the zoo often because I basically live in a zoo, and that's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah, so why spend money when you can have it at home for free? That's what my mom would say.
Exactly. We have a wild week of sports stuff to get over with. Today we're going to talk about a latest rumor of a player possibly linked to the Kansas City Chiefs. We have Would You Rather. We have Fair or Foul. And Tony Clark was sticking his member in something that he probably shouldn't have and got him fired. We'll talk about that as well. But no, let's go start things off first. Let's talk some football action because right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are looking for a running back. We already know that they are in the market for it. Isaiah Pacheco isn't the guy. Kareem Hunt is 50 years old, basically. I don't know if Brashard Smith is the dude for the future or not. You typically, seventh-round draft picks don't typically last as the number one. But a new name has been floated out there rather than Breece Hall, and that is Travis Etienne from formerly of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm shocked the Jaguars don't try to keep him. But no, he is linked as an unrestricted free agent to the Kansas City Chiefs, and he could be on the move this offseason signing a deal here.
I would love that. I mean, style-wise, I think he fits perfectly with what the Chiefs want to do. He can be a three-down back. We saw it in Jacksonville, and he had a really good season all around last year. 1,100 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns, 300 receiving yards, 6 receiving touchdowns. I think you have him as your number one, Brashard Smith as your 2 or 3, maybe you draft a guy in the mid to late rounds. I really like that potential for the Chiefs.
See, I thought that that back half of the season, like the 4 or 5 week stretch, maybe the 6 weeks when Trevor Lawrence was going absolutely ham, putting up numbers. Majority of his passing yards and passing touchdowns were to Travis Etienne. That's one thing that Andy Reid likes to do is use his running back to be a pass catcher or even a pass blocker, because we know they're not a run-first team whatsoever unless they change their mind this upcoming season with under Eric Bieniemy. But then again, when Eric Bieniemy was the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders, they were throwing the ball left and right the entire time with Sam Howell. So if this is the option for Kansas City to get Travis Etienne, I think this would be a perfect fit for them. But what's the cost going to be? It's not like he's going to be a $10 to $15 million, or he could be a $10 to $15 million running back. They've already freed up $44 million from just restructuring Patrick Mahomes' mythical contract that he has, which is, I think, the salary cap in the NFL is just a complete myth. But they at least know that this guy can produce. Just depends on how long he can produce, because typically when those running backs get that second, that I guess you would say it's his first ever contract after the rookie one, that usually doesn't last. It usually doesn't hold up to the end. And maybe there's a new method to people being all health-wise. But then again, he's going to be, 25, maybe 26, I think, coming into 27. That's even older. So it's not like I'm going to give him a 4 or 5 year deal. I'm going to give him at least a 2 or 3 to see what he can do, because the tread on his tires are basically already taxed due to all of his target share that he's had in the last 4 to 5 years in Jacksonville.
Yeah, he's averaged, well into the hundreds as far as touches. Last year, he had almost 300 total touches, 260 carries, 36 receptions. I don't mind it, though, because the projected contract, according to SpotTrack, is 2 years, $13.5 million. Pro Football Focus has him 3 years, $34 million. So you're looking at somewhere between $8 and $11 million a year for him. I like that a lot because you, number one, already know he's good. Mm-hmm. One stat that I really like of his is the longest rush of the season. Now, I know this comes into like tackling and offensive line and everything. I haven't seen a Chiefs running back run for more than 20 yards in God knows how long. Feels like not since Damian Williams in 2019 have I seen that. He had a 71-yard touchdown for the Jaguars this last year, a 45-yard catch for the Jaguars. I like that a lot. He's proven to be good. If you're telling me I can spend 8 to 10 million on 2 to 3 years of Travis Etienne, or draft Jeremiah Love at 9 and spend 10 million on him for the next 4 years, I'm taking Travis Etienne every time.
Yeah, and plus also, if you do sign a running back in this free agency, I'm still leaning towards also getting another middle to early round running back. Like, I think Emmett Johnson worked perfectly in the system here in Kansas City, and he's going to be projected a third round running back. I still hope for the fact that they can probably get him, because it would honestly, if you have a 1-2 combo punch, hand the ball off to from Mahomes to the running backs, that'd be perfect, because I'm very curious to see how Patrick Mahomes plays post this ACL injury. I'm very, very curious, because you already know he's not going to be the same, and depending on what he can get back to, we'll have to figure that out with our eye test whenever we do that does happen. I don't think he's going to be healthy for week 1. I don't think he's going to be healthy for week 2. He might be, in my mind, full go everything by week 5 or week 6. And he may start week 1, but he's not going to be the guy that we think he's going to be, in my opinion.
No, I agree with that. And a lot of what we've seen from him is his career is, okay, I'm going to drift out this way, I'm going to extend the play, or he's so good at moving within the pocket. Of how many times have we seen him drop back? Oh, there's pressure coming from the right, I'm going to step up into the left. And he's just his feet are so quick, and he's so mobile in these little movements. I'm a little worried about that post ACL. Like, maybe not even the speed so much as just the agility and to be able to get around some of the guys in the backfield. That worries me. So, yeah, I do think they're going to need more quick passing game. I think he's going to need more help from the running backs. The offensive line's got to be better, candidly. So I would love to see them bring in 2 or 3 bodies at running back this year and just guarantee that they have someone good at the position.
Yeah, because you don't need a guy that's like Isaiah Pacheco running into the back end of, say, Trey Smith or Mike Caliendo or Kingsley Suamataia.
What game was it? We texted this where he had a hole. So on the left-hand side of the line, there was about 8 guys. And on the right, there was 2, and he had a hole in the middle, and he ran just like diverted straight left into the butt of one of the guys. I don't remember what game this was, but
probably every game,
it made
honestly.
me so mad watching it. I think it might have been the Bills game.
Probably. Honestly, probably, because that's probably the one that they kind of needed it the most. And it's, of course, Isaiah Pacheco, a 7th-round running back. We don't typically see those guys flourish. I know it's like a few and far between. There's always that diamond in the rough, but it's not. It's 7th round. You're at the bottom of the barrel. Like, and usually you get bottom of the barrel. Say if you're drinking beer, you could tell when it's there. There's a better tang, I guess, not a better tang, but a bitter tang. I'm good. I'm out on it. I'm out on the experience. I would like to see Brashard Smith be the guy. I thought he was going to get more run whenever it hit week 7, whenever they played the Las Vegas Raiders at Arrowhead. There was just no run after that game. So I'm out on him, apparently. So a shakeup in the running back room for the Chiefs is definitely well needed for them. And also, I don't know if you saw this or heard this, but Andy Reid he had a press conference yesterday. And they're very optimistic about Travis Kelce returning, and I think Travis Kelce's returning, right? Like that's a done deal. Like I feel like he doesn't want to go out losing to the Raiders, which I think is hilarious. If his final game was against the Raiders and he lost to him, that's bittersweet for me. That's so bittersweet for me.
With God knows who was even starting at quarterback. Was that
I think it was
Oladokin or whoever was the starter for that game?
It was Shane Dershell.
Oh my God, that cannot be Travis Kelce's last game. He can't go out on a Shane Buechele loss to the Raiders to end his career.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
I've got this painting behind me here of Travis. Number one, shout out to the guy that made that. I can't remember his name, but it's nice. Also,
you should probably remember that, bud.
If he retires, I met him at the farmer's market. He gave it to me for free. It's a wild story.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that right there should not be a free painting. That should be like a $200 to $300 to $400 painting right there. And you got it for free? That's more of a story than anything else.
Met him at the farmer's market out in Overland Park like 2 years ago. It was like less than a month before it came out that Travis Kelce was dating Taylor Swift. Guy was just really nice. I talked to him. He had his artwork set up there. And at the end of it, he's like, "Oh, are you a Chiefs fan? Why don't you just take one of these? Pick which one you want. Take it home with you. It's on me." was like a $250 painting, which would have probably been valued more after the Taylor Swift news came out.
I mean, can you read that cursive in the bottom left corner or the right corner?
It's David something. It's
Shout out David.
he used to donate to the Cody and Gold garage sale.
Oh, okay. So it's that same exact guy that said, okay. Yeah, no, he's good. He's very good. He's very good at his paintings.
Yeah, very nice guy.
You want to get some would you rather, man?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Would you rather have Travis Etienne? That's timely and on topic. Or Breece Hall?
Do I have to trade for Breece Hall? I'm assuming I would. No, just in general.
Just pluck and grab. Would you rather have this guy or this guy?
Pluck and grab Breece Hall.
Why?
He's more explosive. He's faster. I also think he's better in the passing game than Travis Etienne. He's a better receiver. If you look at what he's done in a god-awful offense with a worse O-line, worse quarterback, worse set of receivers, and more focus on him, he's been just as good as Travis Etienne, if not better. So I would take Breece Hall.
See, I'm in the camp of Travis Etienne. I don't know, because, Travis Etienne really hasn't had a career, threatening injury. Breece Hall's had knee surgery after knee surgery. So I'm just curious, but if he gets an offensive line that can go, Breece Hall might be great. But I just like the elusiveness and the agility of Travis Etienne. He's explosive on when he goes east to west, and then he can get upfield with ease. And we know that he can break tackles. So I'm in camp of Travis Etienne here.
Yeah, and I do like from that point the reliability. If you look at Etienne, he's missed 2 total games in his career. He went 17 games, 15, 17 in 4 years. He does not miss time, and I actually love that.
I'm more curious now that you bring that up. If Father Time's ticking, and this is the year that he does get hurt. Hopefully, it's not. I don't want anybody to get hurt. Injuries are just the worst thing possible to any type of profession. But in sports, oh gosh, it can be career threatening. So, would you rather? Let's go to the wide receivers: Tyreek Hill or Mike Evans?
I'll go Mike Evans. Probably just from the injury perspective. Actually, that's not true. I would just rather have Mike Evans even if Tyreek were healthy. Just give me the big body receiver for Patrick at this point. I'm going to go Mike Evans. I like the style of play better, and he's healthier. Not a lot, but a little.
Is Tyreek Hill going to be the same person than he was 2 years ago where he was flirting with 2,000 receiving yards? Because I don't think so. His leg was literally facing the other way last season, and I don't know if he's going to be explosive anymore. That's what I'm more curious about. I know that he was working out at some gym here in Kansas City, not the Chiefs facility gym, but he was working out here this week, and he wants to come back here. He's been banging the drum about that. But if it's me, if it's Tyreek Hill or Mike Evans, I'll take Mike Evans. I don't like his hamstrings. He's going to be hurt no matter what. He's going to get at least 8 games wherever he goes. But if any team were to have him, they need to treat him like how the Los Angeles Rams treated Devontae Adams all last year with his hurt hamstrings, where he was just a red zone threat for Matthew Stafford. And then whenever they tried to open it up, wherever they're trying to get across the 50 or the 40, he pulled his hamstring severely bad. And that was, I think, on week 17, and we didn't see him at all week 18 because he had to be nursed up. And I think if you were to get Mike Evans for any team, you have to make him a red zone threat and red zone target. And if that's the case, defenses are going to be like, all right, let's shade my big Mike over here. Let's get 2 guys on him. Then that's going to free someone else up on the either other side or in the slot. So I think Mike Evans is the play here.
No, I'm with you on that. And talking about Devontae Adams, his stat line would be the perfect Mike Evans Chiefs stat line. If he had 60 catches, not even 800 yards, he had 789 yards, 14 touchdowns. You don't see 1,000-yard receivers, 1,500-yard receivers with 14 touchdowns.
No, you don't. Not at all. No.
I think Mike Evans could do a similar version of that.
All right, let's go to another receiving group. Tight ends, Travis Kelce or Brock Bowers?
Is this in their prime?
Right now.
This isn't even a question. It's Brock Bowers.
All right, good. I'm glad. I wanted to put that in there. But then there's going to be someone out there and be like, oh, I'd rather have Travis Kelce. I think Travis Kelce would be great. But maybe. We don't know if he's retired yet or not. But I'm going Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is such a dog. I can't wait to see Fernando Mendoza throwing it to him, man. It's going to be so spectacular. I've been dreaming about that for weeks now, and some great things are going to be happening because Clint Kubiak has already reassessed everything when it's come to that offensive side of the mind, and Brock Bowers is going to absolutely eat this year if he's healthy.
Do you think they bring in a number one receiver for the Raiders? They kind of need a
Yes.
top receiver. And then the offense would be, I mean, the O-line would still worry me a little bit, but they have pieces. Sure.
You have to reassess the offensive line this offseason, and I do think I wouldn't be shocked if Tyreek Hill or Mike Evans ends up becoming a Raider. I would not be shocked. And also would not be shocked if A.J. Brown becomes a Raider. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Would you want any of those guys? I guess Mike Evans isn't really a problem off the field, but would you want Tyreek Hill in Vegas?
No. He'll probably have another baby mama there, if that's the case. But no, if I'm picking between either him or AJ Brown of the three guys or Mike Evans, I think AJ Brown would be perfect. He might be a little head case, but I don't care. I've seen worse in a Raiders uniform. Trust me.
You put him up near a library. He can have all the books he wants. Tell him, hey, bring a bookshelf to the sideline. We don't care as long as you're putting up numbers.
If you like coffee, we'll have a coffee pot on the hand too, because I think coffee and reading books go hand in hand, right?
He just has his own little blue tent on the sideline, and inside is just a lounge chair, like a recliner. He's got some books. He's got a coffee pot in there. Say, AJ, if you just put up 1,100 yards for us, you can have it all.
The crazy thing is, I think Fernando Mendoza would probably go in there and read a book with him too, because he's big-brained as well.
And Brock Bowers. I bet Brock Bowers would be in there. I don't know if he reads, but he'd be there for the vibes.
I think Brock Bowers is there for picture books, not anything else. From what he just knows ball. He just knows ball. That guy just knows ball.
Yeah, AJ Brown's in there reading The Art of War, and Brock Bowers is there reading Green Eggs and Ham.
Nothing wrong with Green Eggs and Ham. Nothing. Dr. Seuss is my guy, man. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff right there. All right. Lastly, on the Would You Rather, McDonald's or Taco Bell?
Kramer, this one's so easy.
Is it though?
This is as easy to me as the Travis Kelce Brock Bowers question. It's Taco Bell.
Interesting. So if you're going for the
McDonald's guy?
No, I'm a Taco Bell guy through and through. But when I went there last night, the two burritos I usually get should have been like $6, $5 to $6. It cost me $10. And if I were to get the exact meal that I would get at McDonald's, not getting burritos from McDonald's, but if I were to order something from McDonald's, it'd be $5. It's like if you're going to go cost wise, McDonald's. Going Taco Bell wise, I got to go for taste because I love them grilled cheese burritos. Man, those things are phenomenal. Those are my favorite burritos ever. Some GCBs. I think I'll have to go Taco Bell. I'm going Taco Bell. I'll get more classier with it. It's weird saying Taco Bell's classier.
It is. There's actually a Taco Bell on 119th Street. It's like a Taco Bell KFC. It has a whole lounge area in it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. I'll have to send you pictures next time I go. My girlfriend and I frequent it decently often. But I feel like McDonald's is more expensive when I go. I used to get like a quarter pounder meal and some chicken nuggets, and it used to be $10, $11, and now it's like $16 for that.
So you have to do you got to get the app for McDonald's. You can get the like say 2 double cheeseburgers. You can get buy one for $4, one for $1. So there's that. Then if you get a coupon that is you buy a large drink, which is like $1, you can get a large fry for free. So that's $5 right there. That's a deal. That's a deal.
You know that episode of It's Always Sunny when Dennis is trying to have like the mental health day and everywhere he goes is just download our app, pay on our app. And he's like, could you just like, that's how I feel about the McDonald's app. It needs to be a $5 meal at McDonald's and I don't need to download your stupid app.
Yeah, no, it's true. But also on the app, you can just set your favorites. You just go back to it each and every single time and just apply the coupon and then boom, you're good. Hey, dude, I figured it out, especially during the Monopoly phase in October.
That was elite.
Dude, Monopoly's been gone for a minute, but there was a good break after that I did not frequent McDonald's for a long time because I was burnt out instantly after like the third time me getting there. And like, I'm just trying to get Boardwalk, man. I need Boardwalk. That's all I need. So yeah, no, that is our Would You Rathers. So Ryan, baseball's here. Baseball started. There's baseball games being played today. There's spring training games. Every single team will be playing a spring training game today. Shout out to all that. Cannot wait to watch the St. Louis Cardinals on the smaller screen because the big screen is going to be taken over by the Olympics going on because it's still Olympic season for myself. But Royals played yesterday. I can't remember if they won or not. I know Salvi hit a home run. Bobby Witt Jr. had a triple. So things are going. They're in full speed already, full go before they leave to go do the World Baseball Classic. But on Wednesday, it was on Tuesday. Did not know about this until my guy Rocky Magana broke the news to me on Veach season. So if you want to hear my instant reaction to it, whenever we were live on there, just go into the podcast of each season. I know it's kind of crazy. Mom, do not click on it because the stuff that we say on there is it's not earmuffs. But no, Tony Clark, the MLBPA, the head of the MLB Players Association, is gone. He's fired. He was fired for having and embezzling. I'm not sure where the money went, but he had sexual relations with an employee, and there's some money that's being gone. And the worst part about this is that employee was a sister-in-law. That's not good. That for two standards, because you're not supposed to have like sexual relations with your employees, but you should never, and I mean ever.
It's already a bad start. It's already a really bad start.
You should never have sexual relations with your sister-in-law ever. I don't care if it's your brother's wife or your wife's sister. You should never ever do that. And that's just what concerns me the most is the guy who stepped in is now the interim MLB Players Association head. His name escaped me. I should have had it on this rundown. But what's concerning about this new guy that's in there right now, the players already have tried to vote him out of the power that he had under Tony Clark. And now that he's being thrusted into there, that concerns me because in 2027, there will be a lockout. Like, I am fully confident, I hate saying it, that there will be a lockout for the 2027 season. And MLB is at such a high mark right now, whether if it's being viewed or watched, streamed, social media clips wise, and they need to continue to capitalize on this. And this is just a bump in the road, I think, for the MLB players for when they get to their hearings on December 1st of 2027. It'd be January 1st of 27 is when the lockout is going to take place. Mm-hmm. They need to get all their eggs. Yeah, they need to get all their eggs in the basket right now to make sure everything's ironed up. This could be because if they're trying to go off of Tony Clark's vision of what they were trying to do there, you could just throw that away because do I really want to trust a guy who's having sex with his sister-in-law? No, I never want to trust that. So I'm more concerned that the lockout is truly going to happen now because of this. And that's all I'm thinking about. I feel bad for the family that he's the Clarks for him sliding his you-know-what into something he shouldn't. So I'm flabbergasted right now, man. Like I'm more annoyed than anything else.
It's a bad sign for the players when your representative is getting fired for all of this, and the owner's side that they'll be negotiating against announced that they have a $2 billion war chest that they're going to be funding teams with so that the owners don't just lose money during a lockout next year. The people that are already rich and running the teams that are not in as, like, let me back up a little bit. If you're an owner, you're going to own the team for life or till you decide to sell it. If you're a player, you have like 10, 15, 20 years max to be able to play in the league. 1 year out of that is a lot of time and a lot of money that you're not getting paid to play. So you're not in a position of leverage already. If you're a borderline player, what you want to do is fight for your ability to continue playing. So you have no leverage there. The owners already have this inherent leverage. And then they're saying that they have $75 million per team to be able to continue running their business with next year. If I was one of the players, I would be real worried about how this negotiation goes.
Yeah, and typical players right now, they're the average is like 3 years to playing Major League Baseball because of just the turnover. Like I could go to my catalog of just most recently of buying sports cards, and I can go through like, yeah, he's not in there, he's not in the league, he's in Japan, he's in Korea, and I go back into like the 2005, 2006, 2007 cards, and I know like, oh, this guy had like 3 or 4 years here. This one had 5, this one had 6. So it's like it has changed so much since the last CBA that was agreed upon, and it's this isn't good. This isn't good, especially because the owners they have the money, they get paid like $210 million to have the team. Like that's just it's like basically the pass and go money that they get. There's a lot of teams right now, like the Cleveland Guardians are only spending $85 million on their payroll right now. Where's the other $120 million, $130 million at? It's pocketed in that owner's paycheck in this bank account. He's not doing anything with that. I hate that type of owner because that owner is what I don't want to offend anybody when I say this. The small-minded baseball watcher is seeing what the Dodgers are doing like, oh, we need a salary cap. We need a salary cap. No, you don't need a salary cap. You need a floor minimum. You need a person to pay this money. You need they have the money in their bank account. They're pocketing. This is the Colorado Rockies over here. They just want to take as much money as possible from the fans, not have to worry about putting the product on the field. They're just embezzling their own money. They're not worried about winning a World Series. They're not. Like Blue Jays are spending money, Dodgers are spending money because they understand the system. And I am going to stand on the player side no matter what when it comes to them needing to get paid because they deservingly need to get paid. I get the contracts are ridiculous. The contracts are wild. But this deferred money could probably go. Like that could be something that can be eliminated, like no more deferred contracts, like starting this upcoming year. If you already have a deferred contract, bravo. Bobby Bonilla had one too, and he still keeps getting paid. So I'm so concerned that this lockout is truly going to happen because of just mixed communication with things now. And also, what's worse? Having sex with your brother's wife or having sex with your wife's sister? Like, what's worse on that? You don't want to answer. You don't have to. But I'm not going to do either one. Like I think what would be worst one is having sex with your wife's sister. I think that's the worst.
That's worse. There's no good. Just don't do it.
It's not good.
Just don't do either one. I think that's if it's like a 9.9 versus 9.99 out of 10 on the bad scale. Yeah, wife sister is worse, but don't do either one. They're both really bad.
Yeah, you shouldn't do either one. That's just not good. That's just not good for it. Like, can you imagine that Thanksgiving dinner this year? If there is one.
I would be so curious what it's like. Isn't he going to go to prison? He committed crimes that we're not talking about. Also, he might be in jail.
Fair. He might be. Nah, they've got money. You really think they're going to stay in jail? I mean, come on. Let's be honest here. It's not like it's you and I. Like if it's you and I doing it, we're locked up for years. If it's the elitist, where they're not locked up at all.
No, I saw something. This is going to get unrelated to this, but someone retweet the news that Prince Andrew got arrested, and they're like, "You're allowed to arrest rich and famous people? I didn't know you could do that."
Prince Andrew. I don't even get a visual on who Prince Andrew is. Honestly,
he looks exactly like who you'd expect to be hanging out at certain islands.
Is he? Oh gosh, is he a gray hair or is he is it redheaded?
Yeah, gray hair, very round face. Looks like he does not have a good family relationship with anybody.
Not good. All right, I don't know what a perfect segue is. I don't know what a perfect segue is for our next topic, but hey, go Blue! Michigan plays Duke today. Let's go!
College basketball. That's exciting.
No, some big games up, big matchups this weekend. Can't wait for I think it's 6:30 or 5:30 tip. I will be watching this game. Yep. Michigan versus Duke in DC. It's still going to be a home game for Duke, basically because of how close it is to travel to DC from where they're located. Yep. But Michigan does travel, and I'll tell you what. Dusty May, I love this man. He has been tremendous since they hired him last year. Made it I think they made it to the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8 last year with that team that I didn't think was going to go anywhere. And now they're just running through fools. Like they just beat Purdue this week. That was incredible. I think it was a 10-point game to the entire time. I think they had to win by 8 or 9. But they have just been absolutely rolling. But it's also Duke, number 3 Duke. I am kind of worried about this game, but I'm gonna make sure. I know Michigan's gonna win. At least I hope Michigan's gonna win. They just been dogs this entire season.
I'm leaning a little bit Duke in this game, but it's gonna be so fun to watch. If you look at Evan Mia is my favorite college basketball website. He does such a good job of team rankings, player rankings, like on and off the court, like box plus minus. He has all of the advanced stats for college basketball down. If you look at his player rankings, it goes Cam Boozer at Duke 1, Yaxel Lindenborg at Michigan 2, and then there's another Duke and Michigan player each in the top 7 of all players in the country. And these are like 1A, 1B teams in the country by a mile. There's not really teams close to as good as them. It's going to be the best late February matchup I can remember in years, since maybe like KU Baylor in 2020 before they canceled the season from COVID.
Yeah, if they can feed their bigs of Yaxel, Morez Johnson, and Mara, like it should be fine. It should be a good day. We already know that we're going to see some great things from Yaxel. I hope. I mean, yeah, Yaxel, that dude, he's the most streakiest player I think I've seen in a long time that plays in Michigan. And even with Morez Johnson, like he can get to the hoop and finish.
I was watching the Michigan-Purdue game the other day, and Michigan won very easily. Like, they just dominated a top 10 team on the road. It was really impressive. But I was like, okay, I'm going to see what Yaxel does. He was fine, but he didn't have that good of a game. But then some games, like against Gonzaga earlier this year, he had like 30 and 15 and 8 assists and 2 steals and 2 blocks, and he's just incredible. If he decides, I think it really comes down to, does Cameron Boozer have a better game or does Yaxel have a better game? And I think whichever one wins that matchup, and they're going to be playing against each other, which is so fun. Whoever wins that, I think their team's going to win also.
I give the edge to Cameron Boozer because I loved his father, Carlos. Like dude, whenever he was traded from Utah or he was signed from Utah to Chicago, young Kramer, when I was watching basketball, was stoked he was going to be there with D Rose, and I was so happy. That was a fun Chicago Bulls team, and like that's just that was my heyday of watching basketball, like NBA basketball, and I just can't get into it anymore. But no, I think
he was an aura guy back in the day. He had aura, as the kids would say.
Oh my gosh, that beautiful bald head he had. Oh man, it shined off the rafter lights. Oh man, dude, he was it was fun. He was good, and he also had a good shot. He was money inside the 3-point line, just literally like a few steps inside the 3-point line, wherever he was at, he was money, and it was a good time. But there's also another game today, number 2 Houston and taking on number 4 Arizona. Back-to-back games tonight. That's just going to be incredible. So, what do you like about that game the most?
That game, it's a little disappointing that Koa Pete at Arizona got hurt because these two teams have some of the best freshmen in the country also. This is maybe the best, not even maybe, it is by far the best freshman class of college basketball players I've ever seen, even without Dean Peterson at KU not playing half his games. Koa Pete in any other year would be a top. Yeah, Dean Peterson. No, Arizona pre-injury there, phenomenal. They were undefeated, went to KU, lost their first game. He gets hurt. They lose to Texas Tech at home. Houston has been a machine since they joined the Big 12, even pre-Big 12. If you look at the last 10 years, I think Houston actually has the highest win percentage in the entire sport, which is insane. And it hasn't gone down when they joined the toughest conference in the league or in the sport. So they're going to be awesome. They have a freshman point guard, Kingston Flemings, who I don't love. But if you want to talk about a dude who is going to put up 25 points, is not afraid to take the last shot, he is spectacular to watch. And when Houston, who plays lockdown defense all the time, every single day, has a guy that can just get buckets, they are scary.
Yeah, I'm a big novice when it comes to this matchup right here, but I think defense matters in college basketball, and it shows. And Houston has one of the best. If the other team's going on a run, they know how to stop it, and they've known how to stop it now for years, and that's why they're one of the better teams in college basketball in the last 5 to 6 to 7 years. And I think defense matters. Houston, I think I'm right with Houston tonight.
I would also go Houston. It's kind of funny. These two teams have very particular styles. Of Houston is like you put 5 Bulldogs on a court and you just have to try and not get your leg bit off by them. And Arizona is like, cool, we've got 3 shooters around 2 gigantic European dudes that rebound every single shot. And they just play like a very 2009 Dwight Howard Orlando Magic brand of basketball, which is these 2 European dudes in the paint. they're so unique in the way they play. It's going to be really fun to watch. But I think I'll go Houston there also.
Is it just me that, or is Arizona and Gonzaga? I feel like they do the exact same, like they get the same exact player, same exact style. That's just me though when I watch.
A little bit. I think I actually prefer Gonzaga just because I like the way Mark Few coaches. Mark Few will lean into his good players, whereas Arizona is like, it doesn't matter if our best players are guards. We're going to run through our European big guys. But yeah, they have that European pipeline figured out. And my mom is right. Yeah. She knows as much Big 12 basketball as anybody, and she's right. Arizona and Houston are both exhausting.
Okay, so let's get into some fair or foul now. Love fair or foul. These statements have been made. These statements have been true, and I'm very shocked that this is happening in the world of sports. Where when you get a name of Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce being sued, my eyes light up because of the trademark infringement. They're getting sued because of trademark infringement. Have you been to 1587 Prime, Ryan?
No.
No,
I have not.
Thought I had to ask. I have not either. I don't have the money or funds to do that. But 1587 Sneakers is suing 1587 Prime over trademark infringement. I was reading this article on ESPN, and this is ridiculous. Like this, they're trying to see if they're trying to sue them for the name or the number's sake for 1587. But the only thing that's going to be hold up in the court battle is the 1587 Sneakers is only for a clothing brand, and while 1587 Prime is for food. So that right there already separates the legal action of you can't sue here or sue there because it's two different categories. But now when 1587 Sneakers is trying to get at is, but they sell merchandise in 1587 Prime. So therefore, the merchandise company would fall along the 1587 Sneakers. So out of all of this, I think it is foul that their 1587 Sneakers is suing Pat and Travis Kelce because they're just trying to do that because they don't really know how the law works. And
they're trying to it's a cash grab a little bit.
This is all it is, and the crappy thing about 1587 Sneakers is, I get it. They've been a Shark Tank. I don't remember if they were like approved or bought by Mark Cuban or whoever's on the. All their names are escaping me now that I've watched Shark Tank so much. But they don't have the funds to continue this legal battle that Mahomes and Kelce has. Is what I'm trying to get at. They're just trying to get their name out there. They're trying to sue whatever and hopefully get some money. They're not going to get anything out of this. I think this is foul.
Yeah. I think this is as much a marketing play as it is anything for them because it's been a few years since I took my law classes, Kramer, but I'll have you know that I did indeed have a law school scholarship. I got accepted back in the day. Took a little class.
Big brain Ryan.
Thank you. Yeah, when it comes to cross-category trademark infringement, there's a couple factors you need, and I did look this up as a refresher. You need likelihood of confusion, which is probably what they're leaning on here with the name and the fact that Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes are athletes and they sell sneakers with the 1587 sneaker brand. That's a loose argument, but maybe. Relatedness, we already established restaurants and sneakers, not related. Famous marks. 1587 Sneakers I had not heard of till you sent me the link to that article. I don't think they're going to have that. And then strength of mark, which again, you're not Nike, you're not Apple, you're not Coca-Cola. You're not winning on anything except likelihood of confusion, which you're also not going to win on because the other people have better lawyers. So this is the definition of you can sue for anything. It doesn't mean you're going to win.
Yeah, it's totally foul on 1587 Sneakers trying to do this. Like seriously, like you shouldn't have to be doing this. Like you just stop.
I have no idea what my mom is talking about. Can we flash up this comment about a jersey number?
Yeah.
If anyone else watching knows what this jersey number lawsuit is, I have no clue.
I would skip my mind. I can't remember. Was it NFL? Was it NBA?
I'm not sure. But that is very foul.
Yeah. If you're looking that up right now, great. We'll go on to the next fair or foul in in order. You play poker?
Not often, but I like it. Yeah.
I remember we played a lot of horse racing during my bachelor party. I think horse racing is a lot better than poker in my opinion. It's more crazier. But did you ever think putting this into a sentence where a poker player has blown out his ACL? I'm going to try to play the video here real quick. Bear with me 1 second. Get this up on the screen. It's gonna load into X. Hopefully we don't get no copyright strike or copyright infringement on this, which we shouldn't. It's gonna load properly. Come on now. It's not loading properly. All right, so let me reshare this. I got it. One of these days I'll get this all ironed out because it was in that little tiny screen. But no, blowing out your ACL, celebrating over a poker hand is just something that I would not want to put into an actual wording on this. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm just rambling. Have you found anything on that shirt?
I haven't seen anything, but the poker injury where he tears his ACL celebrating reminds me of Bill Gramatica tearing his ACL, hitting a game-winning field goal, and that's just devastating. But at least if you're an NFL player, even a kicker, and you tear your ACL, at least you can say you did it playing football.
Right, exactly. All right, let's see. Here we go. See if I get the audio.
He's just going to limp in.
Can you hear that?
All here on the button.
Yeah, I can hear it.
3. I should have started with about 3.2.
He's probably wondering, wow, Justin hasn't limped in yet. He's trying to trap me with a big hand. He's going to find out.
Also, going all in with a pair of 8s is
$575,000 to go.
I mean, he needs just an 8 or 2, and they could hit. But a king jack that's strong.
Look at this. You know, if you've ever seen Phil Ivey play poker, he's got those eyes, that laser look. Justin plays with him all the time.
Come on.
Okay.
Oh, he's getting crazy.
Oh, crap.
Very cool.
So much for Madison's advice. He's gone all in.
We're talking about how funny these announcers are for the poker tournament.
You have to be.
You eliminated with the 2-over card.
You got to hype it up.
I got it.
We've got the same exact scenario this time. Justin Smith has the 2-over card.
So flop.
Now
Oh,
flop comes ace,
no
7-3.
7,
So
ace,
far, so
3.
good for the Brazilian. Right now, he just got to dodge a king or a jack. Well, a queen comes off. This gives Justin 4 more outs. A 10 would now give him an 8-side straight in the victory.
One guy needed 1-8, and the other guy needs the 8 queen.
Here's the board.
So unlucky.
So unlikely, but he got it.
Both times, man, to stay
Oh, and he's down.
He's down.
His fans, his friends.
Wait a minute, Vince. Something's wrong out there.
Yeah, there's something very wrong. He's
Sorry to
doubled
laugh.
over. He's really in
It's
pain.
the camera cut
Yeah,
to
it's
the
not.
announcers.
What the? This is no bluff. Let me tell you.
Poker injury.
It's no bluff.
Injury sport. They say that poker's not a sport, but this is like.
Well, this is pretty serious. People are rushing to Justin's side.
I'm really
Oh,
hoping.
that's actually so funny.
I'm able to play. I'll play it out.
Tournament officials have
If
stopped
I'm
the
able to
clock.
play,
We're
I'll
gonna
play
find
it
out
out.
what's going
If I'm able to play, I'll play it out.
You're not Kobe tearing your Achilles, man. You can sit at that. It would probably suck really bad, but if you're gonna win millions of dollars, you can sit at a table for a little bit.
Well, he won quite a bit of millions of dollars on that one. Man, he tore his ACL. That is, man, that's bad.
That's really unfortunate, but
so
it's also
bad.
really funny.
He's just the puzzled look of him, like it snapped. It snapped. Like, oh, first off, that would suck. Tearing it. Like my knees feel like I've torn my ACLs since years ago. But my knees are bad. So I get why the panic would be in there. But no, you sit down. You sit down when you play poker. Come on now. This is foul.
I'm not gonna make too much fun of him. It is foul. I'm not gonna make too much fun though, because it didn't look like he did anything crazy. It didn't look like he was like jumping up and down or anything. That's honestly just pure bad luck.
It's not like what last week when we talked about the kid that hit the home run and while he was rounding first base celebrating, snapped his ankle in half. Now that's worse. That's bad. That was bad. This is still bad, but I mean the recovery process for him. Just sit down, buddy. Sit down, Justin. Sit down, Justin.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't have to work to, he doesn't have to hit the training room and do all the rehab that an actual athlete would have to do.
Exactly. So now let's go over on to the next fair or foul. I'm gonna get this video open or on my end ready so it's not taking forever like it did last time. But Rajon Rondo, remember Rajon Rondo?
He was
You know,
actually one of my
the,
favorite. Short of Steve Nash, he was my favorite point guard in the 2000s, 2010s.
Yeah, no, he was one of my favorites. I don't think he got enough credit whenever he was on the big three when it should have been big four of Boston Celtics back in the day when the Boston Celtics were up there. But no, this is old Rajon Rondo. Fair or foul, he is the top-ranked flag football quarterback in the entire United States. Get my man Rajon Rondo. He's throwing a dot there, throwing a seed. It's one of his wide receivers over on that left side of that video. But no, good for him. I hope he makes the Olympic team whenever it comes to Los Angeles and they have flag football in said game. Maybe he is the quarterback for Team USA. I would absolutely love that for him.
I'm looking up now. Did he play on the Olympic team? Because would he be the first person to have a football and basketball gold medal in the Olympics if he
of
were
course.
to win it?
This is the first time the flag football is going to be an Olympic sport. So, of course, yeah, no, this will be if he is said champion, especially if he just medals, even if it's bronze or, okay, let's be honest. They're not, Team USA is not getting a bronze or silver. They're taking the gold no matter what because this is just our sport. But no, that'd be awesome. That'd be badass actually if he is a medal.
It does not look like he played in the Olympics. And in 2012, he said he never spoke to USA basketball officials and has, quote, no interest in ever playing in the Olympics. So it's interesting to see maybe 15 years later, he's changed his mind.
Maybe I'm thinking of the FIBA stuff then, the FIBA World Cup of him playing that. 'Cause I feel like he's played in some sort of World Cup before, whether it's FIBA or I guess not the Olympics. And he should be an Olympian, but I guess you said it the best. He just didn't want to.
Yeah, I think this could also be the decision being made for him because they had at the time Derrick Rose, Chris Paul, Darren Williams, and Russell Westbrook ahead of him on the lineup. So
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Team USA won gold that year, so when don't they win gold? But yeah, no, that's yeah, I think it's fair. Shout out to Rajon Rondo on this one.
He was awesome, man. And I hope he does, even if he's not the starter, if they choose, Lamar Jackson or something or Jaden Daniels and Rondo's at least on the roster, I would love that for him.
Yeah, no, same. I absolutely agree with that one. All right, fair or foul. Tic Tac has launched limited edition Dr. Pepper flavored mints.
I'm going to say fair on this one. That sounds kind of good.
But is it more mints or is it more candy? So, I mean, you're not supposed to eat mints like candy, right? Like it's not. I mean, but you could. I mean, I remember getting those the orange flavored Tic Tacs in the from the gas station as a kid, and I love them things. I also like the orange flavor. I mark out for. I love it. But no, I would say I think it's foul because I would prefer having my Dr. Pepper drink than eaten.
Well, sure.
You know?
Have you ever had was it the Coke Oreos or Dr. Pepper Oreos or which ones came out like a year or so ago?
That sounds bad. I don't think I would want an Oreo cookie flavored like a Coke or Dr. Pepper. I love me a good Coke.
This is my point. They're better drank. The soda's better drank, but surprisingly good Oreos. I gotta say.
So you've had them.
Yeah, they were at Target back in the day. I don't know if they still are. Funny thing about Tic Tacs, I actually got in trouble in high school because I used to be so into Tic Tacs. I had every flavor in my backpack, and when I walked around school, it sounded like I was rattling pills in my bag.
It's some maracas back there.
Yeah, so I would go down the steps in the cafeteria, and the security officer that was in the school heard the rattling in my bag and was like, "Hey man, what do you have in there?" And I had to pull out like my 18 different flavors of Tic Tacs and be like, "No, it's not drugs, I swear."
You're just obsessed. This kid's obsessed. Yeah. What did the officer say to you? Like, I'm more curious about that now.
Oh, just the laugh of like, this kid's so weird. He just has every flavor of just the realization they hit of like, this kid couldn't even be selling drugs because he just has every flavor of Tic Tac.
I mean, I've had Dr. Pepper flavored jelly beans. I mean, I don't think they were that great.
You don't like them?
No, I don't like. I'm not. I don't like. I'm not a big candy person. Never have been.
That's where we differ.
Yeah, I like jelly beans get caught in your teeth. I hate trying to get stuff out of my teeth. I that's why it's like that's why I never really eat candy. I eat baked goods. Like I'd smash some. I got a box of s'mores Girl Scout cookies which they're new this year. And man, the 2 sleeves that are in that box already have been gone. I got that on Wednesday. Those things, them things were good. Yeah, no, I'm not a candy person, so I don't know. I wouldn't go seek out mints of Dr. Pepper or even jelly beans anymore. So I'm good. I think it's, in my opinion, this is foul. I think it's foul.
We can agree to disagree on that one, but it reminds me, you talking about the Girl Scout cookies. Have you seen the girl in Pennsylvania that has sold over 100,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies?
How?
TikTok? So I think, TikTok.
Okay. Smart.
TikTok, door-to-door selling, community flyers, but she's 6 years old. I think she has some kind of developmental disorder, but her parents were like, she got rejected from one Girl Scout troop at first. They put her in a second one. Yeah, she's a 6-year-old. Why are you rejecting her?
How do you get rejected from Girl Scouts? Like, that doesn't make
Girl
sense
Scouts
to me.
are a ruthless capital business and will only want the girls that can sell the most cookies.
Well, you know what this girl should do? Instead of selling the Girl Scout cookies she's been selling, she needs to like kick them to the curb and actually have her family or whatever make the baked goods like and mimic Girl Scout cookies, and then they would just be pocketing the money. Because I bet you anything, unless they're getting the money off of revenue through TikTok, they're not pocketing pretty much anything with their sales, because it's under the Girl Scout sanction. Or I could be wrong about that, because I was never a Boy Scout, clearly never a Girl Scout, and
I didn't make money selling popcorn as a Boy Scout.
I'm glad. I like, people ask me, "Oh, you Boy Scout at all?" No, I'm sorry, I didn't join that cult as a kid. I'm good.
But no, this girl is her name is Pim. I love her. So the reward for selling the most boxes was a trip to Niagara Falls. Her parents met at Niagara Falls, or like had their wedding or something there. Like her parents were like, have this deep connection to Niagara Falls. This girl got kicked out of one Girl Scout troop and then sells all the boxes and like sends her parents there. It's a real Disney movie story, man.
It should be. It should be. That's, man, screw the Girl Scout cookie people like that, or the Girl Scouts in general. Like they're on the bottom tier, but their cookies are damn good. Man, they're so good. All right, lastly on the fair or foul, we're still in the Dr. Pepper theme on this one, but Dr. Pepper has surpassed Pepsi as the second biggest soda brand in the U.S., a spot Pepsi has held since 1985. Bravo! Good job, Dr. Pepper. I love drinking Dr. Pepper. I do. If Coke is not an option at a place and I'm thinking of getting a soda, I'll get Dr. Pepper as my second choice. So that's bravo. This is fair.
This is super fair. I just don't like Pepsi in general, but it's so funny to me that this happened because when I was living in the Northeast, when I was up in Massachusetts, nowhere had Dr. Pepper. It's
really?
It's like a Southern Midwestern thing. Yeah, I think it was Pib or one of the other.
Pib's good. I love Pib. Give me some Pib too.
It's actually pretty good, but it's just so interesting that it surpassed Pepsi basically off of like half the country, because the Northeast doesn't really do Dr. Pepper, which means that people in the rest of the country are drinking so much Dr. Pepper that it is surpassing Pepsi.
Yeah. I would like to see a blind taste test of Dr. Pepper or Pib, because it's always a bad day to be a Pib. Pib's that's very underrated.
Root beer guy. Speaking of, are you a root beer person at all?
I'll drink it, but it depends on which root beer. Are you an A&W or are you a mug?
I was gonna say I'm a big mug guy.
I prefer mug, especially if I'm doing root beer floats. Mm-hmm. But there's a good root beer that's like an alcohol root beer, and it's just so good. It's so good.
Is it the Not Your Father's?
I think it's this damn good root beer. I think I want to say that.
Oh, I actually have seen that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's really good. Or if you like the Missouri side things, Mom, if you're listening, earmuffs. The drink of the root beer flavored weed drink. It's good. It just tastes like root beer.
I don't know that sounds dangerous, because then it tastes so good. You're like, hey, maybe just another sip of this.
Oh no, like mix that in with with some ice cream. Make yourself a root beer float that way. Yeah,
it sounds really good.
It is. Trust me, it is. I haven't had one in a long time, but that's a good combination to have, especially if you like root beer floats. And
when I was in college,
you want to chill out the rest of the night.
we were real into alcoholic root beer in college. Not Your Father's root beer. They had Not Your Father's cream soda. We would make our own root beer floats and then spike them, allegedly. It was, that was, I've had plenty of spiked root beer drinks in my day.
Hey, for some reason, the root beer flavor masks a lot of things, and that's good. That's why it's good for a mixer.
You mean the excessive cane sugar that they put in?
Oh yeah, that's exactly it.
Absolutely, I bet it does.
See, I'll tell you what, I haven't had root beer in years, and there's some in there because Caitlin's been on a root beer kick for some reason. I'm not opening anything up, and I think it's what root beer does she have in there? It's not A&W. It's not Mug. It's something else. What's the other?
Is it one of like the local store brands?
I really don't know. I need to hold on. I had to look this up. I'm not too worried about it. What I am worried about is the Winter Olympics because we are still in second place in the medal count right now. Norway is just beating everybody's ass. They have 18 gold medals. They have 11 silvers. They have 11 bronze. Total of 40 total medals. We're sitting in second place with 30. We're actually tied for second place with 30 medals. But the thing is, we have 11 gold compared to Italy's 10. We have 12 silver compared to Italy's 6. We have 7 bronze compared to Italy's 14. And we're tied with Italy right now with 30 medals. The next closest team that is leading the gold is 9 with the Netherlands and 8 with the France. Because when you look at the gold medal count, go up the golds. Golds is always the go-to on there. Our women's hockey team won an overtime against Canada. That was sick.
That game was awesome.
That game was incredible. The 4-man sled officially goes underway today. Trainings were on Thursday, but the 4-man sled begins today. I will be locked into that the entire time. And if you want to see a gruesome injury that happened during the women's 150-meter short track, this Poland girl got a skate to the eye. Yeah, on a curve, she slipped and fell. This, of course, they took out. Apparently, our United States speed skater Santos Griswold is her last name. Apparently, she was at fault for this when she clearly wasn't, and she was flabbergasted that she was. And the skate blade popped up and hit the gal. I'll take my glasses off, like right through this part of her eye. So close missing the back heel of the skate. Blood, of course, they had to clean up everything, but she waved to the crowd on their way out, and she will be fine. But she was near inches away from losing her eye last night, just speed skating.
That's terrifying. That is actually so scary. No, and they're going so fast, and those blades are like knives.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen, it's not like when you go to the hockey rink down at Crown Center and you get the skates there and they're all dull and everything. No, these are like daggers on their feet. It is terrifying.
One of the is either biathlon or one of the long distance skiing. A wolf came out onto the track. That's happened. It was wearing a collar, so I'm assuming it was staged. I'm assuming it was somebody's dog, but it was wearing a collar. It was a wolf though that ran out there. It's very, very interesting. I'm trying to think what else has happened within the. Did we talk about how the 44-year-old bobsled? She's a woman. She won a gold medal for the first time in her entire Olympic career. She is tied for the most medals.
Very cool.
Yep, and I feel like she's 41. She'll be 44 if she wants to come back in next year's Olympics, or not next year's, in 4 years' time, which I think she should. Why not? If she's been doing it, it's also bobsledding. You just need to stay in shape and make sure you're working out, and keep your explosiveness there. And she has all of that. She checks all the boxes for that. But no, I love bobsledding. Bobsledding gets underway today for the men's 4-man sled. It's going to be spectacular. But Ryan, I'm assuming you haven't watched any Winter Olympics.
I've watched hockey. I've actually been so into the hockey, men's and women. Tomorrow morning, I think it's 7-ish
gold medal
Central
game
time tomorrow morning. The gold medal game, Canada, USA. US, I think, has a deeper roster, but if you look at Canada, we talked about this last week. Canada's power play lineup is the literal Olympic dream. It is the Michael Jordan dream team of hockey lineups. It is insane.
But we have only a handful more days of Olympic competition, and the Olympics are going to be done for another 4 years. And I'm going to cherish every single second of it and every single moment of it. How everyone should always cherish every single second and every single moment right here on Saturdays with Kramer and Ryan, because Ryan, it's that time. It's that time for us to go away and come back again next Saturday, my man. But I'll do it for this one, man. Any final closing thoughts?
Go USA tomorrow morning, but if you're not feeling super patriotic right now, you can get Canada minus 110 on the money line on FanDuel, and that's great odds because I think they're going to win. But go USA.
Go USA. That's how we'll do it here. That's how we'll end it here. But put a smile on your face. You never know who needs to see to brighten up their day. Have a good one, everybody.